Hey everybody, gonna try a live here. No, YouTube live. Sorry, I'm really flustered because no matter what I try, Facebook live and YouTube live only allow me to stream in portrait. If I could get some comments below, though, that would be helpful. Please, if you're tuning in right now, please shoot me a comment just to let me know that you can see me, and then I can go from there. Hey, I got a message. We have success, everybody. Hold on while I put my gloves on here. So the messages are coming in. This is cool. Progress, folks. I apologize that we're in portrait. I hate portrait mode, but I guess portrait mode is better than nothing. For the life of me, I don't know why Facebook and YouTube Live will not allow me to go landscape. Oh boy, here we go. So Rod says, glad you're having the snow and not us. Me too, Rod. Matt says, hey, Todd. Hey, Matt. Brian, hi, Todd. Hi, Brian. Blu-ray, what is up? Big go wop. Howdy. Daniel Ritchie, all good. Hey, Daniel Ritchie. Leroy, sorry. Hey, Todd. Hey, what's up? Just cooking with the guys. Tanner Hancock. What is up, Tanner Hancock, man? Make sure that your family, make sure that Paul's family knows that we are praying for Garrett, and our hearts go out to them. So we are praying and expecting good news there, Tanner. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see who else we have here. Jeffrey Bird from Virginia. Hello, Jeffrey. What is up? Mike Smith. 73 degrees in Atlanta. I hope so. You're in Atlanta, not in Colorado. Pickles, Brighton, Colorado. Here where you are. That's right. Brighton, Colorado is just up the road, folks. Look at there. There's the air fryer combo in all of its glory. We're still live. Hey, everybody, let me know what it looks like. Can you see me normally? Because in the past, when I have done YouTube lives, they've always been pixelated, and I've had to cancel the operation. So thank you for coming on, folks. Looks like we have 60 people coming on so far. I appreciate it. Let's see. Now the comments went away. There they are again. Michael, Jeffrey Bird again. It's a party. Says, what's up with all that strange stuff? It's a party. Nate and CJ, what is up? Bob says 73 degrees in Maryland. That's the Terrapin state, folks. We're talking about home of the famous and delicious blue crab cakes, and Old Bay seasoning. Lyle says, hey, Todd. Hi, Lyle. Ernie Sandoval, hello from Henderson, Colorado. Henderson, Colorado, you're out there. Good to meet you, my neighbor from Henderson. Scott says, hello from St. George, New Brunswick, Canada. Our neighbors to the north. Hello, Scott. Bob, oh yeah. St. John, the man, the myth, the legend. Just cooked a bunch of food on my Blackstone. We've got a good crowd of people coming on here, folks. Pennsylvania, hello. Shout out to you back there in the Keystone State. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania, folks. So moved to Colorado 22 years ago. And so Pennsylvania is my native land. But now we're not quite there, but we're nearing living in Colorado as much as I lived in Pennsylvania. From Terry Hout, Indiana, hello. Let's see who else we have. Carrie from Seattle. Hello, Carrie from Seattle. Bob Peters says, fear the turtle. If it's a big snapping turtle, I would fear the turtle. When I was a kid, I had an opportunity to pick up a big snapping turtle out at Seagull Swamp when I was fishing with my buddies Kevin Miller. And I think actually John Wadding was out that day. Big old snapping turtle. You can tell that thing had been around for decades. But I was not about to pick him up. I just kind of let him continue on. Clyde says, stay warm, Todd. Peace out from Oregon. Thank you, Clyde. Dennis, hello. Kenny, Germany. Howdy from Germany. When my wife was a kid, her dad was in the United States Air Force. He was a graduate of the Air Force Academy, which is just down the road. He was a fighter pilot, and they actually lived in Germany. I can't pronounce this correctly, but my wife's brother, my brother-in-law, was born at the Landstuhl hospital, the war hospital over there in Germany. And all of my brothers who were in the army served time in Germany as well. And they all, almost collectively, told me if they had to live anywhere in Europe, Germany, would be their favorite. So there you go. Germany too. Also, we have a nice selection of German Christmas ornaments that we've gathered over the years from friends and family that have spent time in Germany. All right, the comments disappeared again. They disappeared. I don't know what's going on. So I tried this on my Facebook Live earlier, folks. Let's just do it right here. There they are. Tampa, Florida, in the house from Mickey. Hey, CJ Nate, do you know Mickey? Jeffrey Bird said, what is your favorite thing to cook on the Blackstone? That's a good question, Jeffrey, and that is probably the number one question I get. So my favorite thing to cook on the Blackstone, ooh, I like it all, but stir fry is so much fun. I like stir fry for the following reasons. You can make it look pleasing to the eye as well as the palate. You can put an array of colors in your stir fry dish. So, you have your starch in there, whether it's a jasmine rice, an udon noodle, a soba noodle, hokkien noodle, etc. And that's going to be like the whitish noodle rice color. But then we're going to liven it up because after you put your meat in there, whether you're talking scallops or shrimp or pork or chicken, you can put an orange bell pepper, a yellow bell pepper, a red bell pepper, and then you can contrast it with the color of an onion. So if I go with a yellow bell pepper, I'm chopping up a red onion in there. In fact, I've been called by some folks. I have been called the Reverend of Red Onion, and then of course, we're throwing in like little pieces of green onion or cilantro, maybe some spinach, whatever else I want to. But I like stir fry because it's easy to make. It's super quick. It's impressive. It tastes like the stir fry you'll get at a good restaurant, and it is pleasing to the eye as well as the palate. Let's see, Mr. Ward, what is up? Hello, brother. Pickles wants to know what my plans are since the tour was canceled. Well, I'm going to be here on the back porch. My plans won't really change. I work for Blackstone, and for Blackstone, I do a myriad of things. Obviously, you guys would know this. You guys and girls would know this. No surprise to you that being on tour is the highlight of the year for me. I mean, I love just being out there and mingling with you guys, having a good time. The music's playing, we're griddling, we're answering questions, having a good time. So I can't wait to get back to that. But I'll be doing more of this. We'll be doing more lives and more cooking. Have lots of the brand new Blackstone Griddles here at the house that I'll be cooking on. Probably pop in some new recipes here and there. And sometimes I won't even do new recipes because that is the neat thing when we do the demos. A lot of times people are just enamored by griddle cooking, and they have questions, and it might be, why did you do that? Or, what is your temperature at? So if I do these live, it's really nice to be able to answer those questions. There's a lot of stress when every recipe has to be groundbreaking new recipe. Todd just figured out a way to make a cheeseburger that is so different than the next person. Well, I realize you guys are all so creative. And so I don't make any claim to be the world's best, most creative cook. So yeah, I plan on doing casual cooking as well as innovative cooking. Let's take a look around there, folks. Kind of turn the camera. So that is the range. What is this? This is the air to have this problem, right? That's the air fryer combo, and there is the range top combo. Okay, apparently my stream was interrupted. So supposedly we are back alive again. David says circle of death. I don't know what that means, but I'm kind of scared. Dennis says something about a cheeseburger, then the comment disappeared. So we're having a good time here, folks. I'm sorry. For whatever reasons, the comments come and then they disappear sometimes in the middle there. I was trying to show you what the griddle looked like in the snow. Buffering badly. There we go. Finally, someone's let me know how it is. Okay, so yeah, that's not good that we're buffering badly. Hold on one second, folks. I'll let you stare at this for a second. Whoa! Looks like I'm back here. So let me know if we're still buffering badly, folks. This is kind of an exploratory Facebook Live. I can see myself, but I don't know how bad we are buffering. I was just doing a Facebook Live, trying to do a Facebook Live, and we were talking about some of the new seasonings, including the tequila lime. Looking good, Todd. Nice and crisp for me. Okay, good. So apparently the consensus is that we're looking good. Scott Cook says, can see you fine from Canada. Another Canadian. Or Scott, maybe I was talking to you earlier. So the new tequila line, folks. A lot of questions about the new spices. Last year, Blackstone released 6 spices that were sold at Walmart exclusively. This year, Blackstone chose to bring those 6 spices back. They are sold in Walmart stores, and they're also sold at blackstoneproducts.com in a 6-pack. This year, Blackstone, the spice team at Blackstone, Eric, and the spice team at Blackstone have brought 3 new spices that you can get at Walmart. Tequila lime is very popular, and I've been using this, implementing this in our bacon fried corn recipe. It's good. I was leery when I first heard about new spice varieties, and I thought the lime wouldn't be very good. In the past when I've tried lime seasonings, they had a synthetic lime flavoring. This is delicious. It tastes real tequila lime. I like it. And the other one that really impressed me as well, because I was leery, was the teriyaki seasoning, which is probably showing up to you as Ikiret. I don't know if it's showing up backwards. Probably is. Teriyaki is really good. It's got a sweet teriyaki flavor. I've used it in salmon. It is very good in stir fry. And then lastly, the new seasonings, folks. The whiskey burger seasoning. This is probably, as I'm talking to people on the road, this has probably been the popular new seasoning. And the best way I can describe it is as it has a smoky burger flavor. So, if you go to a restaurant, whether you're talking like a Famous Dave's or a Texas Roadhouse, and you get a hamburger, that hamburger there is going to taste better than your typical drive-through hamburger. And that's what it reminds me of, like a nice steakhouse, a nice barbecue burger. The Netherlands. Hey, Peter, what is up? Pete. Man, I've had a lot of followers from around the world. And Pete, the Dutch Pete, has been around for a long time. So, boy, it's an honor to see you around there again. Folks, anytime I can get any chance to put on the flannels, the wool, I'm going to do it. So plaid flannel, plaid wool, definitely my favorite colors. How's the new puppy? The new puppy is huge. 9 months old, 8.5, 9 months old, huge, 80, 85 pounds. So I need to get out and start giving her walks because she is big. She is big. Did I mention she is large? Eats a lot. And what happens after we eat? So yeah, she is big and she is fluffy. We are definitely looking forward to when she gets older, settling down because she's still got, puppy excitement. I want bacon fried corn. Juan! My brother Juan! Juan! Oh, brother, I miss you. Bacon fried corn. Oh, my goodness. Now I'm hungry for bacon fried corn. My comments went away again, folks. I would read more, but they are disappearing. I don't know. Let's see. If I touch it, will it make the comments appear? No, that's not doing it. Let's see if I hit this little button. Nope. So I don't know. Just, I guess, YouTube will tell me when they... There we go. David says it's good. Hi, David. Kyle says hello. Shout out again to Juan, the only one. And then somebody asked the question, how many carbs are in the teriyaki seasoning? Well, let's see here. I'm definitely no nutritionist. And as I said in my video out in Bakersfield last week, somebody asked me about calories. I said, I'm not your cardiologist. I'm your friend. So carbohydrates, I'm getting sidetracked. 1 gram of carbohydrate in the teriyaki. 1 gram. And so that's a good question, though, folks. People asking about nutrition, that'll come from time to time. And, occasionally I'll get people that'll leave semi-rude comments. Look at you fat people eating your food around the griddle. Hey, first of all, chill out. It's America. Last I checked, we can still eat what we want to eat. And so for me, a lot of times people ask me, why I don't weigh 700 pounds and stuff like that. And the secret is moderation. I'll eat everything. I have chocolate. I enjoy frozen blended coffee drinks, barbecue, the whole 9 yards. But if I have barbecue for dinner one night, the next morning I'm having a smoothie, in the gym, having a light lunch, etc. I mean, you have to pace yourself. The bacon green beans maple syrup is the bomb. Thank you, Mitch. That idea came to me last November, and it was so easy. I was a little bit hesitant to release the recipe, but it's so good. And yeah, so many people have told me that they love that recipe. Let's see. What are you cooking? Jay says. We're just having fun. Mark says, hey, Todd, looking forward to see you in Indiana this year. Yeah, eventually, but hopefully you've been watching videos here. Hopefully you've been looking at Facebook. We'll see what happens. No comments right now. Let's see if we can get a look around here, folks. So there we are, the snow. Thank you about the air fryer. Hi from Mississippi. Love your channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. My wife was born in Columbus, Mississippi. Her father was in the Air Force. So at the Air Force Base back in the day, Columbus, Mississippi. Shout out Mississippi mud pie. Is that a thing? I've always heard about Mississippi mud pie. I like chocolate, but what is a mud pie? Thank you, Todd. Air fryer. Sorry to hear about the torque. Applaud responsible decision. Looking forward to a few home recipes. Yeah, me too. Can you bring a smoker? Can I bring it where? I have smokers here at the house, folks. I like to smoke food, but I'm not one of the, I stay out of the whole smoking realm. There's people that have built their YouTube channels on smoking and being expert smokers. I am not an expert smoker. I have a Cook Shack smoker that Cook Shack gave me 7-8 years ago. Does the job. That thing is really good on wood. I smoke elk and deer sausage in that thing. It's phenomenal. A couple times a year, I'll throw a rack of ribs in there, or I do pulled pork, but that's about it. I do not smoke a lot. For me, I find it a lot easier to go to the experts who smoke their foods and get it done, and I'm staying out of that controversy. I don't even want to be included. Anytime I get a lot of messages, a lot of invites from people inviting me to come to barbecue cook-offs and national barbecue championships. Zero interest in that, folks. Still no Blackstone Griddles for sale in the Netherlands. Yeah, nothing yet. I don't know. I don't work in product distribution, folks. We'll see what happens in the future. But, I know that Blackstone is starting to be seen more and more around Canada. Mark says hello from the UK. What is up? Flying the Union Jack there. Good to see you, Mark. This guy says maybe a cobbler. I like cobbler. Did you have a turkey in the Big Easy? I've done turkeys see, folks, boy, I've been, you can call it luck. You can call it good fortune. I was the first guy that ever used the charbroiled Big Easy on YouTube. So as a result, I got a lot of views, even though my early turkeys looked nasty. I was pretty much the first YouTuber that used a Blackstone griddle on YouTube. Let that sink in. Type in Blackstone griddle now. And whether you're talking the amazing Hungry Hussy, who is at the top of the game, baby, his Blackstone is sizzling, and the people are tuning in, and he is viral times 100. Or just, Mark John Smith, Mr. XYZ. Blackstone griddles are everywhere now, and I was the first person that ever used one on YouTube. So all glory to God for that. The longevity, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. No credit to me. It just happened that way. James says, shipping to Sweden. I don't know. Call customer service, folks. If you have questions like that, customer service, and they'll help you out. Carl says, hello from Kentucky. Hello, Kentucky, the bluegrass state. I love visiting Kentucky. Hello from Bakersfield. What is up, Bako? My good friend Justin Gaines lives in Bakersfield. I was just in Bakersfield a month ago. I went to the Crystal Palace. I even got the Buck Owens Crystal Palace t-shirt, because growing up, my parents watched Hee Haw. Remember that? Hee Haw ha ha ha. And I got the bib overalls on too. So as a kid, boy, I used to love watching Hee Haw. And so, yeah, very excited to finally get over to the Crystal Palace and just look at some of the memorabilia about Buck Owens and his crazy influential life in classic country music. The comments are not there right now. I have a terrible singing voice. There's some snow melting on the table. There we go. Hi from Goofy Ridge. Hello, Goofy Ridge. Bakersfield. The turkey is what turned me on to you. Oh, okay, cool. So this guy started watching. I assume it's a guy. I don't know. It could be a girl. The comment disappeared. Started watching my channel back in the day when I got a Charbroil infrared Big Easy turkey fryer as a birthday gift from my mother and father-in-law. This would have been 10, 11 years ago. And I just filmed a video. And again, it was crude. I burned part of the turkey skin. People still to this day comment, you burned it. And I say, oh, great. Why don't we go back in time 11 years and you can fix that for me. So, yeah, a lot of folks have been around for a while. I appreciate the longevity, folks. Then I did. For the longest time, I tried to market myself here on YouTube. When I first started on YouTube, folks, this is a good story. 11 years ago, I think, YouTube was brand new and personal video was brand new. I didn't know anything about it. We had a 720p camera, and we saw this thing called YouTube, and you could put a video of yourself on YouTube. So I did it, and it was really fun. I was, oh, look at me, I'm on a camera. Now what do I do with it? And that's kind of how I got started. I knew whatever I wanted to do. I wanted to glorify God with it, and bring in, my own interests. So I did hunting for a long time, elk hunting, but I only elk hunt a few times in the fall. And then again, as luck, fortune, serendipity, as Lord's will would have it, Blackstone and I found each other. The rest is history. Jay says, are you coming to Massachusetts? Not that I know of, but my friend Mike Aaron, who was my, he was a year after me. He was in the class of 91 in Union City, Pennsylvania. He lives in Massachusetts, and he frequently sends me messages saying, why aren't you coming to Massachusetts? I just had to wipe off some water with my wool shirt from the table here. Let's see if any more questions come in, folks. For the life of me, I just do not know why the questions aren't always there. So like right now, we're just looking at me, looking at my shirt, looking at the snow. There we go. What's your favorite sweet treat to make on the griddle? I admittedly do not make a lot of sweet treats on the griddle. Having said that, I have made a lot of sweet treats on the griddle, and they have all been really good. I guess if you talk about a crepe, if your griddle is seasoned properly, you can turn crepes beautifully, just like they do on the streets of Paris. And of course, what makes a crepe good? A crepe in and of itself, to me, is boring. I don't like a plain crepe, kind of boring. But depending on what you put in it, whether sweet or savory, that's where the magic happens. So I like to do these key lime crepes, where I do like a key lime yogurt, pudding mix, whipped cream filling inside. Delicious. So I don't make them very often, literally once or twice a year. Same thing goes with French toast. The griddle makes wonderful, wonderful French toast. I like to spice it up. If you've seen my videos here on Blackstone, pumpkin spice, I've done peppermint cranberry French toast. They are all off the charts. But I just don't do it for some reason. When I'm here at home, folks, I have to be honest. It's quick. It's easy. My wife and I have 6 kids. And, we open up the freezer, we go, oh, look, there's burgers. Oh, we have bread. Oh, there's ketchup. It's a burger. So that's what I talk about with a lot of these videos. I try to always bring you guys something unique, but reality isn't that. I'm not a guy that's always making something totally unique. Sometimes, I look in the cupboard and I go, wow, look, there's a steak. I have salt and pepper, So, I don't know what the original question was, but it doesn't always have to be fancy for sure, folks. And that's what really excites me when I get to talk to you guys on the road. Because the average person isn't being fancy on the griddle. What's the shipping weight of the 17-inch adventure-ready griddle with fryer? I don't know. Call customer service. When's the next time you're here? I definitely want to come and meet you. Hey, Art. Good to see you, L.A. Jonathan, love your videos. I appreciate you, Jonathan. I appreciate all of you folks watching my videos. I do not take it for granted. I try to read every comment. Lately, I haven't been commenting as much because there's been more comments. If I get rude comments, the trolls have been coming out of the woodwork lately. 9 times out of 10, you're getting instantly banned from the channel if I see something crude, rude, vulgar, cutting me down, cutting down the stuff I'm doing, making fun of people in my videos, over and out. But yeah, I love the comments, and I apologize if I can't get to them all, folks. You know, I just told somebody to call customer service. When in doubt, you need to call customer service. I'm not the guy to go to ask, you know, what is the shipping weight of a griddle, or, you know, do you ship to France, etc. Our customer service is great. So Vanessa and her team, all the folks in customer service, they really do care, folks. You know, try to email them, try to give them a call. James, griddle on. I can't find anyone that ships to Sweden. Whew, yeah, I don't know, James. You know, again, maybe if you call, I don't know this for sure, but there's always a chance that you could try calling Blackstone customer service, and they would give you a definitive yes or no. They would either say, no, we cannot ship to Sweden, or they would say, yes, you can, and here's how we can do it. Do you think you can make tofu that tastes good? Well, that I do not know. We've bought tofu before for our children to eat, and boy, I could not get that past my lips. We actually had one of the, I don't know what their name is, one of the major players that makes the fake burgers, you know, like the, kind of like the Impossible Whopper, that approached Blackstone recently and asked about me promoting, you know, their meats and whatnot. And so my liaison at Blackstone said, I don't think Todd's going to want to cook a tofu burger. Nothing against tofu burgers, folks. I love vegetables. I love them, love them, love them. But I'm thinking, if you're going to be a vegetarian, my thought, again, take it for what it's worth. This is probably worth nothing. So if you're going to be a vegetarian, that is fine. But then why do you want to have a burger that looks like a burger, and it smells like a burger, and it tastes like a burger, but it isn't meat? It's a vegetable. So, you know, that's kind of where I leave it with that. I have nothing against them. Going to miss you, seeing you in London, Kentucky. Yeah, hopefully we resume that as well, folks. Had a good time in London last year. What should I consider if I'm choosing between a 28 and a 36? My friends tell me I'll be okay with the 28. That's a tough one. My personal opinion would be, if you're going with the 28, go and try to find the special event Black Friday griddle. There's still some of them on the market. You can find them at Walmart. It has a hood and 3 burners. That is the best. The 28-inch griddle, that's my favorite, I should say. Otherwise, 36, because the price up is not going to be a ton more. You know, it's going to take up a little more real estate, but the 36-inch is going to provide you with a lot more heat. We have 4 burners, 15,000 BTUs each for 60,000 BTUs, so more heat, more searing capability, and a lot more real estate. So maybe you have a smaller family, but occasionally, maybe you want to have a party or family and friends over, and the 36-inch is going to allow you to cook a lot more product in the future. So my 2 cents, take it for what it's worth. But you know, if you're a person by yourself, yeah, maybe you don't need a 36-inch griddle. Comments are going away. Visit Southern Ohio. Jeffrey says, what's the special gift that Blackstone was giving away during the tour? Well, you need to watch my videos. I only have it in about 3 or 4 of my videos, so I'm calling you out. You just need to go back and watch these videos over the last couple weeks, and you'll see it in there. I apologize, folks. I love answering questions. That's where it's at for me. But for some reason, they just keep going away here. I'm going to lay this in my lap. And some more 77 degrees. Art says out in Virginia. I know, Art. Virginia is always a fun place to go. You know, every year we do something out in the greater Roanoke area. I've been blessed. I've griddled in Christiansburg, the home of Virginia Tech. I think I've literally done somewhere between 7 and 10 demos out there in Christiansburg. So the Christiansburg Walmart store, Michael Young, the market manager out there, Brian, the store manager, I remember these names. Those folks are partly responsible for helping to get the whole griddle demo thing going. And because when I first went out there to do my very first demos years ago, they embraced it and they pulled out the red carpet for me. We had a great time, so loved going out there. Any plans to come out to LA? Well, I don't know what LA you're talking about. Are you talking about Los Angeles or Louisiana? Comments went away again. If anybody out there knows, like, if you do face YouTube lives, let me know what the best way is to get them to come up again. Los Angeles, yeah, nothing on the radar right now, but I don't know if what'll happen in the future. I know I don't have any desire to drive in Los Angeles, but if I'm called to griddle in Los Angeles, you can bet your bottom dollar I'll be there if I can. I'm not sure why it doesn't. I'm thinking what it does, folks, is perhaps when a new question comes in, it goes up. But if there isn't a new question for like 5 or 10 seconds, they kind of go away, assuming that you don't want to read the old questions. So, of course, I do want to read the old questions. We've been on for 30 minutes, folks, so I'll wait around here and we'll see if we have any more questions coming in. But definitely, hopefully we can figure out the landscape thing in the future. Can't I just air fry on top of my griddle using a dome and a wire rack? You can, but you're not going to get much convection going. I guess if you wanted to put a fan under there, an electric fan, and maybe use a blowtorch and shoot flames underneath the dome. Yeah, I mean, no, you can't really air fry. I mean, you can build up heat, and you can certainly get it warmer. That's what the basting covers are for. So whether you're steaming in vegetables, basting an egg, that's what they're for. But you can't really air fry. The air fryers are extremely high temperatures. This person says tap the bottom of the screen. And that's Art? Let's see. Let's see if Art Parker knew the answer. No, Art. I'm tapping the bottom of the screen, and it's doing diddly squat. Let's see. We still got some folks watching here. Don't want to put my camera down in the snow in the water and end up having to put my camera in a bag of rice. Top 5 favorite things to cook on the Blackstone from Jonathan Koa. Jonathan, okay, let's see. You caught me on this. Calling me out on the spot. Top 5 favorite things to cook. And I'll be realistic with this one. I will try to think about things that I like, how they are received, and my enjoyability of cooking them. I said stir fry already, so stir fry's got to be in there. It's always impressive. People that have only grilled on charcoal grills, on propane grills, maybe they only have a pellet grill. When they're brand new to griddle cooking, they are literally blown away when they see me making loose items, turning the griddle top into a wok and making killer stir fry. Stir fry, number 1. Quesadillas, number 2. Why? Because they're easy to make. There's a lot of bang for your buck, and people love them. Quesadillas, all about what you put inside. I've found over the years, I've honed it in killer combinations of breakfast quesadillas. Got to have some fresh cilantro in there. Maybe you're using fresh chorizo. I use the Jimmy Dean hot sausage because it's readily available on the road. I use venison sausage here at home, but you get the right mixture of cheese in there. There's so many great Mexican cheeses on the market. When you're done, you're drizzling a little bit of crema, a little Mexican sour cream on the quesadilla. So let's put quesadillas as number 2. Legitimately, those are 2 of my favorites. Number 3, and again, it's a humbling one for me, I gotta say bacon fried corn. I didn't realize that bacon fried corn was going to be the worldwide, at least the countrywide smash hit that it was. I didn't make bacon fried corn, Mexican street corn, for years. People had told me about it, and I sort of blew it off, and I thought, corn and bacon, well, that's pretty stupid. It sounds too simple to be good. Well, boy, was I wrong, because it's delicious and people love them. And I've enjoyed, just like with the quesadillas, I've really enjoyed kicking it up another notch. I've enjoyed, putting garlic, putting the Blackstone taco and fajita seasoning, which is a basic Tex-Mex seasoning with cumin, red chili, and paprika. Love it. Or the new tequila lime in there. Love mixing in fresh cilantro, of course. Love topping it off with crema, with the different types of Mexican crumbling cheese, bacon fried corn. I have literally received thousands upon thousands of messages. That is not an exaggeration, of people that say that the bacon fried corn is their go-to barbecue side dish. So they're making brisket, pulled pork. They do bacon fried corn on the side in place of, or in conjunction with baked beans, and also as a delicious side dish for any Tex-Mex or Mexican type of cooking. So you've got the quesadilla, but you got the bacon fried corn on the side. Folks, that's 3. You know what? let's go back to the very first thing I ever made. If you go way back here on my channel, you're probably going to think that the quality of the video is terrible. First thing I ever made on the Blackstone Griddle was a burger. I did elk burgers. So I went out to the garage. Blackstone sent me a griddle. I went out to the garage, left the door open, of course. Do not kill yourself with toxic fumes. And I made elk burgers. I pulled elk out of the freezer. I am a Rocky Mountain elk hunter. And let's see, I need to get a drink of ice water. All this talking out here in the ice cold 20-degree Colorado weather. Getting me thirsty. I made elk burgers. So what impressed me most is when I first saw the flat top, I was taken back. I was taken back to my days of working in 1995. Applebee's, for instance. Erie, Pennsylvania, at the corner of 12th and Peninsula. I was a member of the opening crew at Applebee's. So my mother was a really good cook growing up. Polish cooking and Italian cooking. Lived in Pennsylvania. Very good, authentic Polish and Italian cooking. I was raised around lots of good food. I didn't really cook a lot, but I was exposed to it. And then, so I worked when I got out of college at Applebee's as a fry cook and as a prep cook. And did a lot of things. That's where I was first exposed to cilantro. That's first exposed to quesadillas, pico de gallo, guacamole. So many things I learned there as a young guy. And so working on the line as a line cook, as a line chef, line cook, there was a guy that worked at the end on the grill. They called it the broiler. I worked at the end, other end. I was a fry cook. So I manned the fryers, did all the deep frying, made all the salads and desserts. And then there was the main person in the middle that was called the mid, and they ran the griddle. They called it the flat top. Now, I remember, I have vivid memories. This is a long time ago, folks. This is like 25 years ago, 24 years ago. I can remember the lady that worked on the griddle going to take a quick bathroom break or a smoke break or whatever, and she would tell me, can you watch the griddle and don't touch anything because you're not griddle material. Literally, I remember that. So, boy, have the tides turned. How do you like me now? So, boy. So let's go back to griddle. I caught my train of thought again. I like burgers. Back to the question. This is number 4. I like burgers because you can sear them up. The outside is crispy and the inside is moist. People will argue this with me, and I'll get these people, these scientific cooks, scientific griddlers, that'll say there's no such thing as a sear and you're not. I do not care. You drop a patty on there, and whether you're doing a smash burger or a thick burger, you get that caramelization on the outside, but the inside of the burger does stay more moist. Griddle cooking of burgers is more forgiving than cooking on a flame grill, on a propane grill, on a charcoal grill. It is more forgiving. You can walk away and forget about it and say, oh my goodness, I need to get back to the griddle, and guess what? Your burger is still moist on the inside. That blew my mind. Coupled with the toasting of the buns. Show people this all the time at the demo. You can toast your bun and look at it, toast your bun and look at it, and get it golden brown, toasted to perfection, crunchy on the outside, moist bun on the inside. So the buns, bread on the griddle, nothing like it. And then sauteing onions. The first day I sauteed onions on the griddle, I simply couldn't believe it. Just the most delicious sauteed onions. It reminded me of being in any one of the diners, the East Coast diners that I would have eaten burgers at back in the day. So burgers, whether you're doing smash burgers or traditional burgers on the griddle, that's coming in. That's a strong number 4. We are at number 5 now, folks, and this is where I'm actually having some problems because there's nothing that's screaming at me saying, number 5, you've got to pick me. I don't really know. I'm going to have to go with top 4. Those are my top 4, folks. I can't legitimately think about another recipe that I think is top 5. There probably is one, and I'll probably get off here and think, why didn't you pick this? So there we go. Hopefully you'll be okay with that. My battery's dying out, folks. This person says lobster. Yeah, Blackstone Betty kills it on the lobster. Does the heat from the griddle make the bottom of my beard gray? No, it's the fact that I'm almost 48 years old. Who do you think has better recipes, Blackstone Betty or Chef Nate? I couldn't even go there. And I'm not just being protective of my friends either, but everybody's so different, so different. Blackstone Betty, her specialty is doing these, the type of cooking that I was familiar with growing up. You know, she lives out in the East Coast, out in Philadelphia, so she's been exposed to lots of great ethnic cooking, Italian cooking, stuff that makes my mouth water. So, you know, I love her cooking. Nate, on the other hand, because Nate is a chef and he has knowledge that's way above mine when it comes to how foods go together, he's able to take things and make them taste the way they should, which I can't, or we can't always do. You know, I might make a new kind of sandwich and I'll be stumped. What should I put on this sandwich? Because all that's coming to mind is mayonnaise. But, you know, a guy like Nate can say, well, oh my goodness, well, we need to do an aioli and you need to mix this in with your mayo because the acidic level will do, you know, things like that. So totally different types of cooking. And I've learned so much from both of them. Okay, folks, I think that's going to be about it. I am frozen solid. Liked your Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Thank you for watching. What's the difference between rolled steel and cast iron? Well, I'm not a metallurgist, but cast iron is literally cast. It's like in a mold, if you will, you know, like molten iron is poured into some kind of a form. It's literally cast. It's a form. It's a giant solid piece of iron. Rolled steel, I guess. And again, I am not a metallurgist. I don't work in metallurgy. Whew, those are tough words to say. But it's rolled out in some form. Cold rolled steel, you know, it's somehow pressed. It's rolled out. Gigantic sheets that are somehow rolled out through, of course, massive hydraulic force and form a plate. So, you know, the bottom plate on the griddle looks exactly like cast iron. It cooks like cast iron. It seasons like cast iron, but of course then the sides are welded on because it isn't one piece. It isn't a casted piece. That's my 2 cents. That's the best I could do for you. So let's see. Thanks for the live, man. Peter, I appreciate you. Robert says, when are the new 32-ounce bottles going to be in Walmart? They're there already, so I don't work in Walmart distribution. 5,000 Walmarts. Just search for another one. Scott says, we need Blackstone in the UK. Boy, the UK folks are coming out. Howdy. Off topic. What was the name of the pajama place in Utah? Oh, that's a Lazy One. I just saw them out east the other day. So Lazy One pajamas, folks. I say pajama. I don't say pajama. My mother-in-law says pajama, though. But she says tomato. She doesn't say tomato. So Lazy One pajamas, headquartered out where Blackstone's headquartered in Logan, Utah, and you can see me if you go back to the video in December where my son and I went out to Blackstone, stopping in at Lazy One because we always bought Lazy One pajamas for the kids when we visited the national parks around the country. So now, just about every time that I go to Blackstone, Scott and my coworkers are like, I cannot believe you're going to Lazy One again. I'm like, got to get more pajamas, baby. So they have really cool rustic pajamas, you know, this kind of look, you know, plaid looking pajamas with moose on them and stuff like that. Thanks for the video. Thank you, Scott. I use my Rectex smoker on my steaks. I finished it with a high Sierra of the Blackstone and it disappeared. Yes, yes, yes. Art Parker, thanks, Todd. It was great seeing you as well, folks. That's it. We're going to shut it down, folks. Until next time, this is Todd. I'm going to pull my glove off. And we're going to try to end this. I don't know how to end it. Praise the Lord.